Well, hello, and welcome back. Today, I worked on a house that I've titled Pastel Modern. You can find it in the gallery under hashtag lilmomma. And basically, what I did is I found this online. And there's the website for the company. And I wanted to see if I could rebuild it in The Sims and see how close I could get. So here I'm just throwing down some walls, trying to decipher how big the rooms needed to be by placing down some furniture. Of course, I didn't have the layout inside, so I kind of had to play around and see what I could come up with. But honestly, I think the first go wasn't so bad. I did a little bit of resizing, as you saw. Changed up the bathroom a little bit here in a minute, just to make sure that everything fit and wasn't too cramped, but wasn't a lot of wasted space. So I didn't want it to be a giant house. So yeah, I just went through, picked out some furniture, and I ended up using a couple of packs that I just got. One was kitchen something or other. Gosh, I can't remember what it's called now. And the other one was high school years. So, and I think I have a little bit of city living in there too. But in any case, I was kind of looking at the picture while I was doing this and trying to figure out, okay, well, I know in the picture there isn't a step up in that patio, but I really wanted that step up because I think it would just kind of would break it up just enough so it didn't look so blah in Sims, of course. And I wanted to make sure that the roof line didn't look too bad, so I played around with that a little bit, but I think I did pretty good on the first try. The windows up there were kind of a little off, so I had to fix those, I think just once or twice maybe. But finding windows for a modern build was a little, I guess, difficult. Not really difficult. It was just difficult finding the right shades of black because that's always a problem for me. And I'm sure you do too, want everything to match appropriately. So it took me a minute, and then, I wanted the windows up top, but we don't have those windows in Sims, so I had to try to figure out what kind of windows are going to work, and then the pillar was an issue for me because I wanted kind of like what they had in the picture, which was a solid brick pillar, but Sims don't have a solid brick pillar, at least in the packs that I have. I don't have all the packs. I only have a select few. So with the packs that I had, I did not have that brick pillar. So I kind of went back and forth a little bit on that. And I think I settled on one that I really liked. And I don't think I changed it. Now this here with the light and the fan, I kind of took that from James Turner. The idea of moving it up so that it hits that corner or the edge of the roof when it's at an angle like that. But then, trying to get the windows that didn't look too bad on the exterior of the house. I don't think in the interior it looked bad, but I wanted something that matched. And then the doors, of course, were an issue. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, because even though it's a short wall height, it's sometimes a little taller, sometimes a little shorter. So that was a little bit of an issue. And then these cabinets, I love these cabinets so much. But when you have to do that corner, it's, for me, not a hassle, but it's always a little bit difficult trying to figure out how you want it to work. Because as much as I like those corner shelves, the cabinets on either side just kind of take away from it. They kind of blocks it in so you can't access those. And I know it's just The Sims and it doesn't matter, but visually, I didn't like it. So I was playing around with it for a few minutes, I guess, and I did finally figure out what to do with it. And then, of course, the tall cabinet, the refrigerator and everything. And then once I did that, I was like, you know what? Let's just do it this way. Forget the end caps. We're just going to do the regular cabinets and call it a day because I was tired of messing with it. And I didn't want to stress myself out because I do this because I enjoy it. And I'll tell you what, these floors are fun. And it took me a minute to remember you hit the dot or the period button on your keyboard to get the right, to turn them around. And once I remembered that, I was like, oh, this is so easy. So I kind of made a little pattern on the floor, which I think worked out phenomenally. I absolutely love it. I think it came out wonderful. And then excuse me, the wallpaper that I picked, I think was perfect. I know that the other yellow, the solid yellow wallpaper doesn't quite match, but that's why I put the pillar in there in between so you couldn't really tell. It's just like a shade or half a shade off, but I think it was good enough. Um, so then here I started to work on the other rooms. I don't know why I always start with the kitchen when I decorate, but I do. So here I moved into the living room trying to find the right thing, and then when I put the TV up, of course the window didn't work, so I had to change those out. Yada yada, you know the story. I know you've been through it. And then the bathroom, I wanted to use some of the new stuff that I got too, so I kind of played around with that a little bit. I didn't move the window. I didn't want to. I just thought if I move the window, it's just going to throw the whole thing off in the outside, and I didn't want to deal with it. So, and then, oh my gosh, this was fun. When I finally found the right thing, the right chair or the right table, I can't remember which one it was, but I found something that was perfect. And I think, yeah, it was these chairs. I'm like, those are it. Those are it. That's exactly it. So, and it worked out great with that table. The color combination, it was just, I was so, so happy. I absolutely adored it. And then, of course, you know, the pillar, I kind of had to adjust it. And then, what else did I do? Oh, yeah, the wall colors, the bed. It was kind of an accident because I was like, oh, this is a pretty bed. And I was just flipping through the colors and I came across that and it was perfect. And then I couldn't decide if I wanted a green carpet or a pink one or the walls. I couldn't figure it out because I didn't know if I didn't want it to be too much of one color over another. That's why I picked the white carpet. And then oh my gosh, the end tables. It didn't take me a whole long time, but as soon as I saw those end tables or side tables, I knew those were perfect. And then that little seat was perfect. The table was perfect. Everything just meshed so well together. I was so happy about it. And then here I'm trying to fix the roof, and I couldn't figure out what the heck I did to the roof to make it all funky. So I kind of went back a little. I was like, okay, let's just take the eaves off and then redo it, and then blah. Look, ta-da! It worked. So then here I am, you know, of course, adding the little patio. And I think later on I end up making it just a little bit bigger because it was just too small the way it was. So anyway, I was going through it, you know, looking at the windows, looking at the exterior, trying to make sure, okay, do I have everything? What's missing? And then I realized those windows in the kitchen just weren't going to work. It just looked really silly on the outside or on the inside. So I just took them out. I was like, whatever, it's fine. And then, of course, I had to have the table out on the porch because that's what the picture had. So I had to make sure I worked with that. And I don't normally put lights on the outside, but I figured the picture has the outside light. So I kind of had to do that, and I added those in there as well. And here in a minute, you'll see, I'll give you the walkthrough. I was thinking about doing like a vaulted roof, but I was like, no, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to mess with it. It'll be fine. So as you see, here is my side-by-side. This is the original exterior anyway from architectureartdesigns.com. I think, well, obviously I added the landscaping, of course, because you got to make it look pretty. But anyway, so I kind of did, I don't think I did too bad. I think I did pretty well. Of course, the windows are a little different, but I've got the lighting out there. I've got the ceiling fan with the light, the table, and there's a few other things. So there you go. Not before, but what's it called? Original and my take, Sim style. So yeah, let's go check out the inside. So here we are. Of course, there's landscaping because you have to have it, of course, but I've got the little seating area out here on the front porch and game table, mailboxes back there, some greenery. I put in a little fence, and then the trifold glass open door, what's that called? Transformative open space arch. That's what it's called. So there you go. And of course I didn't know what the backyard looked like, so I just kind of made up my own thing and just kind of, I don't know, figured it out, I guess. We've got a little seating area. We've got a little grassy patch. Over here, what is this thing called? I forgot. The bubble machina. In its own little, I guess it's an awning, but I call it a pergola of sorts. But anyway, you have the grill and a little seating area, back door plants, patio, and then of course landscaping and some terrain paint. Not a ton, because I think the house is going to speak for itself. I don't think we need to have a ton outside. But of course, if you download it, you of course by all means will be able to do whatever you want with it. So have at it. So let's go check it out inside, because I'm actually really excited about how it turned out. I didn't mean it to turn pastel, but it did. But as you see, there's a step up here. So I used the platform thing. That's one of the plants. And then you walk into the living area, which I think looks so cool. I love it. I honestly hate pastels, but I love decorating with it. Because it doesn't matter what color of pastel you use, it always looks good. At least I think so. But anyway, you know, you've got your seating area, nice TV. Over here you've got your entry table with some mail and a couple of other things just sitting there, your coat rack and lights. I don't know why I picked these lights. I just thought they looked kind of neat. They were different. Yeah, the windows are just a tad bit too high, so I'll make sure to lower them before I upload it. And then here's the kitchen. I love the kitchen. I absolutely adore this kitchen. The floor with the cabinet colors and the hanging shelf thing, it's just, I love it. I really, really do. I think it looks so cool. Plus you have some additional appliances, refrigerator, stove, everything you need. And it just looks so pretty. And you can't even see the bottom of that wallpaper. Let's see if I can show you what it looks like real quick. It's that. So even if you still could see that, it would still match pretty well. But I love this. This kitchen is probably one of my favorite kitchens. I'm not much for excessive colors, but I think the excessive colors actually really worked on this. Your little dining area, not much to it, with the low hanging light above the dining table. I never really understood that. I like my dining room lights up higher, but sure. Got some wall decor. Oh, I didn't put anything on that, but that's okay. And then, you know, you see you've got your window looking outside, and here is your bathroom. Yes, they're clipping because I couldn't find the right table that I wanted, but that's okay. Hopefully it won't bother you too much. And yes, those are curtains. And I love how they look. I think it's just a touch of something. It's not going to keep the water from getting out, of course. And it's The Sims. It doesn't happen anyway, really, but I just think it's cool. The colors mix well, and then, you know, we've got the cabinet and the decor and this little talking toilet, bathtub, shower. I love it. And then the bedroom. Say hello to the pastel bedroom. And no, this is not pastel pop. I believe it's mostly high school and kitchen packs, or whatever they are. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, it's high school years and kitchen something. But I love the color. This bed was just an accident. I just kind of grabbed it and I was like, oh, wait a second. I kind of like that. I can throw in some pink, and I did. And I love how it turned out. These curtains are probably one of my favorite curtains. The lighted canopy is my favorite. So you don't really get privacy because they're sheer, but you get some semblance of privacy. But as you can tell, it's a little lift-in. You got some shoes all over, you know, around the place. Oh my God, this is so cool, this kitchen. I love it so much. I will fix those windows up there, but you walk out here. Your little patio, nice open area. You've got your little path to walk on, and then you've got your little bubble area over here. I just think it looks really cool. So if you guys enjoy this, if you like it, please do leave a like. Hit the subscribe button. I've got more builds coming. As always, I try to at least do one build a day, if not more. And I'm trying to post at least 3 walkthroughs, 2 to 3 walkthroughs a day. So 3 videos a day, excuse me, where you're going to have at least 1 or 2 walkthroughs. And those are the shorter videos. So if I do a full-on build, I'll probably have part 1 where it's the building, and then part 2 will be the decor and walkthrough and all that. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your comments, questions, and suggestions down below. If y'all use this house and you like it, don't like it, what have you, let me know. If you renovate it or do something different with it, let me know and I'll go check it out. And until next time, y'all have fun.